So what we have here, care of Libs of TikTok, is a crazy person explaining to us how to use FROGSELF pronouns. So just in case you run into somebody who thinks they're a frog, and it's easy. All you have to do is memorize the pronouns for people that think they're frogs, and then memorize the pronouns for the infinite variety of things that people can think that they are. And aren't, of course. But apparently it's very important that when somebody tells you they're a frog, that you pretend to believe them. Let's take a quick look.
Today I'm going to be teaching you how to use frogs, pronouns, and sentences, so let's go! Frogs, pronouns, that sounds so cool! Ding, ding, ding. And that's because it is cool, because that means that the person that's using these neo-pronouns is staying super curious about FROGSELF and wants to know more about FROGSELF. And I, as a non-neo-pronoun user, respect the hell out of that, because that takes so much courage. I just wanted to mention that. You don't need my approval. But anyway, Frog is such a great person. Frog's smile is so contagious. In fact, I saw Frog make a whole audience smile. I think Frog should be very proud of FROGSELF. Oh my goodness, we made it through! And if you need more help on how to use neo-pronouns and
So that's completely insane. There has to be at least one lonely neuron somewhere in her brain that is telling her, this is retarded. And of course it doesn't seem real. Like, FROGSELF? That's ridiculous. Nobody calls himself FROGSELF. So I typed FROGSELF into Google, and it turns out there is a FROGSELF on Pronouns page, which is apparently something we need now if we're going to remember an infinite number of pronouns. My pronouns are FROGSELF. Here's the thing. If you tell me that your pronouns are FROGSELF, I don't believe you, because I can see with my own eyes, for one thing, you're not a frog. You can't possibly believe yourself to be a frog. I think what you're trying to do is get attention. Example usage in sentences. I think frog is very nice. You know, I think frog's a little sus. I asked FROGSELF if I can borrow frog's pencil. Maybe you should borrow frog's lithium. Frog told me that the house is froggy. What does any of this even mean? But anyway, it got me thinking. I mean, have they literally turned everything into pronouns? How about table self? Yep. Tab, table, tables, table self. This morning, Tabe went to the park. I went with Table, and Tab brought Table's Frisbee. Now, there's nobody involved in any of this that actually thinks they're a table. What about people that think they're burgers? My pronouns are Chi-Berg. I think Chi is very nice. I asked Berg if I can borrow Chi's pencil. Chi said Chi would rather do it burgerself. Well, if the it in doing it burgerself is checking into a mental hospital, then Chi better get right on that. Now, is there nothing? Is there nothing that's not a pronoun? Even nothing's a pronoun. Nothing self. From Pronoun Wiki. Let's see. Not went to the store. I met Noth today. Walked Thing Dog today. If I need a phone, my friend will let me borrow things. Has to drive nothing self to school. I don't understand why this is taken seriously. This is obviously total lunacy. Well, if nothing is a pronoun, then everything's a pronoun. Everything in the universe is pronoun. In fact, universe self. This morning, Universe went to the park. I met with Universe, and Universe brought Universe's Frisbee. By the end of the day, Universe started throwing the Frisbee to Universe Self. Well, why wouldn't you? You can do anything. You're the universe. Talk about the height of narcissism. I mean, this is starting to make FROGSELF actually look good. So what does all this mean? This means that this fad, this social contagion, cannot possibly last. It is fundamentally unstable and incoherent. Because at some point, people need to know what other people are talking about. And this ain't helping. Because if you do this for too long, you're going to start feeling like retard self. And how was that one used? This morning, Ree went to the park. I met with Reet. And Ree bought Tar Frisbee. At least I think it was tarred. Oh, it was definitely tarred. Anyway, please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I thank you for doing that. I will see you next time.